Welcome to the Christmas edition of Indie and Music Industry World. Ladies and gentlemen, the overnights.
Hello.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
Good yourself?
thank you so much for being on my podcast. You rock.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, how's it going? Are you
It's going really good. Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
So, looking back for at the time, which was your best memorable moment on The Voice?
On The Voice, I had to do the
Yeah.
blind audition. That moment, that couple of minutes there on stage, so much energy, so much excitement. It was a lot of fun. It was all a bit of a blur. We don't really remember everything in specific detail, but it was a really great moment for us. Really exciting.
Basically, how did this experience shape your way to approach on with the audience and connecting with other people?
I think going on a TV show like that really set us up to experience different people and a wider audience. We got us out there in a way where we weren't out there before, and I think it really helped us interact with an audience that love us and love our music, and helped us to understand what kind of music we like as well. And it really helped us out in that way.
Yeah, how is born the band?
What was that?
How is born the band, and how your friendship shaped the way to create your own music?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We were all friends at high school. That's where we started the band, and I think we all sort of just glued when we went into the studio, and we all sort of knew what we wanted to write about and what we wanted the band to be, and I think that's really shaped how we've come so far.
Amazing. Absolutely love the way you write tracks, and your kind of music, because it's just different as a band, How do you approach on studio, when you start to write, do you work together, or maybe, how's your way to approach on the writing process?
Yeah, so we do it a few different ways. So either one of us or a few of us will kind of pair off at our own homes and write some songs and bring it to the table. But what we've really been doing this year and really putting a lot of effort into is going into a studio together and setting up a writing session. So we'll all be in the studio with our producer and a songwriter. Yeah, we'll all just sit down, bring different topics that we want to talk about, whether that's something that we've been going through personally outside, just in our real life, or if it's just an idea we want to, or a story we want to tell the world. So we'll write a bunch of stuff down, we'll start getting some melodies going and put some lyrics to paper.
Yeah, absolutely. Every song, it sounds very kind of cool and different, which is the one most personal for you?
I think, we released Drive Through late this year, and I think it was something that's very personal to us. We wrote that a few years ago, and we're so grateful to finally get it out to an audience now. It's a big part of us, that song, and we're very grateful. I think Nothing as well, the other single that we released this year, has been really a big, very personal song to us, and something that's a lot more intimate than the other singles. So I think those two in particular for us have been the most personal to us.
Which is the most personal favorite performance on stage,
I think the Not Around performance that we do is really, really nice, or our cover of Amnesia, because usually we have the mic stands, we're just singing out, it's just standing and singing, and we can really get into the songs behind that. Our song Not Around that we released a couple of years ago, and our cover of 5 Seconds of Summer's Amnesia, they're really, really emotional. I think the audience really resonates with those two songs as well.
How much it's hard, to keep the energy, especially when you got just more shows, or just when you're on touring, you gotta be hard,
Yeah, our show is very, very high energy. Try to rehearse and
turn the camera, guys, so I can see you all four. I don't see
we
you
are.
all.
There's all of us.
Right.
We're just back.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yeah, I think rehearsing and getting it in our bodies and doing a lot of time of preparation really helps with keeping the energy on stage and Yeah, I think just preparation.
Yeah, what about the challenge you have to force, which one it was, what kind of challenge you have to do about performing live, and how did you overcome it as a group?
Yeah, I guess challenges performing. I'd say different environments. We've done indoor performances, outdoor performances, and you really have to adjust to whatever the weather's doing. So, for example, we did an outdoor show a couple months ago, and it was very warm, very humid. So when you go on stage, then you can dry out quite easily.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of, we really need to make sure we put in the prep before going on stage. So we knew it was going to be a very hot day coming up, so that week leading up, we're making sure we're getting as much water in our bodies as we could, so by that day would come, we wouldn't dry out. So I guess, yeah, it's sort of just, when we have a show coming up, we'll look at any scenario that could affect it and try and do the best we can to counter that.
What are the goals about the next year, about music shows and maybe collaboration, what are your expectations?
Sure, I think we want to really focus on continuing to build our audience, both domestically and internationally, releasing music that's true to us, and hopefully
And it will
performing them in
happen
as many places.
soon.
Yeah, that's the dream. Performing it as in as many places as we can. Yeah, and just making music that's as authentic to us as possible to connect with. Yeah.
If there is just like some artist you like to call up, which one is it?
Some artists that we like reference probably be like Five Sauce. We do love Five Sauce. At the moment as well, we're kind of going into like a Somber-esque as well. The Kid Leroy also heavy influence. We love our Aussie artists. But yeah, we're trying to also like 1975, a bit more influential, but like still trying to keep it true to boy band and boy band pop. So we're taking influences from like the traditional NSYNC, One Direction, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it that sort of fun boy band stuff. Yeah, personally, we're going down that more. Yeah, like Australian kind of R&B pop, like Five Sauce and Leroy.
Yeah. Absolutely love, just like your sound. How do you describe your own sound, and how has it changed from your first releases?
Yeah, well, I think when we first started as a band, we were more given songs by producers and writers and trying to just find the story around that. Whereas nowadays, we've leaned into more personal songwriting and putting our own thoughts behind it, and it's got that pop rock R&B sound, which is very current and very radio. And yeah, I think just developing our songwriting over the past few years has really helped that.
How much is hard, to create just like a new sound, or maybe just like to have to follow the pop sound, just like to stay with a trance, and just like to have a sound that is just like timeless and true for you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd say we definitely try to make our tracks timeless, and we'll obviously look at the formulas that are working for other artists at the moment, and we'll take those formulas and try and tweak it and put our overnight touch on it to just make it different from the rest of the crowd. Yeah.
Maybe basically, how do you start a song? You start from the melody, from the beat, from an idea.
It's different every time. It's one of the most exciting things for us. It could be, we've been in studios and rooms where it just starts with like a simple beat or a loop that we can build a track off and a melody from there. Or a lot of the time we'll have lyrics written down in a notebook somewhere that we can put to melodies, or melodies that just pop into our heads and we say, hey, this sounds really cool, this could be really good for us, and then I just build from there. There's no one way to get it right, but we always, yeah, we really enjoy what we do.
How much is hard, because you got a different sound, I love because your music has an impact, about the voices and the harmonies. How do you keep how is this choice? Maybe who start to sing first, or maybe the hook got this kind of impact,
Yeah, I mean, it really depends in the studio. Like, we've all got our own like unique tones and stuff. Like, Jai and I carry the sort of higher registers, whereas Tyler and Emerson sort of carry that lower stuff. So that kind of works out. We naturally place our harmonies and stuff around that. But it really just depends on like what works best for the song. Something that we've recently been doing is when we're in a studio writing a new song, we all take the entire song, like we all record the entire song, and then afterwards we go through and we listen to everyone's takes, trying to be like, oh, Emerson sounds really good in this part, Jai sounds really good in this part, to try and keep it true. And you can hear when we're in the recordings what songs, what parts sound like really, like they resonate with the person. Like, for example, if Tyler's singing a pre-chorus and in the studio he's like really locked into that, you can hear it on the track, and it creates a more true sound. And I think that's what we have been doing to make it sound true to us, by like just listening back to everyone and trying to see what sounds right.
Yeah, so I love your videos, guys. Congrats so much. You know, how was born the idea and the concept of the videos of Nothing and a Drive-Through? Smash hit, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
well, we actually recorded Nothing, the music video ourselves around our hometown, and we really wanted to, you know, capture the heartbreak and that big boy band ballad feel with that. So we did a more darker blue, grey sort of tone to really capture the sadness and emotion behind that. And with Drive-Through, we just wanted to have a fun, poppy, energetic sort of vibe. So that's why we filmed it at a club and in an actual drive-through as well, and in the car. And I think it came out really well, and everyone really loves it. So.
You know, it's Christmas, guys, and Mistletoe is a smash. You know, do you want to sing a sneak part for us and the public on my podcast?
Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah, let's go.
One, two, three, four.
It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss out on the holiday, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe with you, shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe.
Yeah, guys, you are fire. Can't wait to have you here in Europe, you know, and the US too. You got my support. I just I've shared your music to all my people, you know, and we keep waiting. I'll let you know, guys. You know, thank you so much for the time. You know, have a good time, and Merry Christmas to you, your family. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.